I've been working on organization. So I've made a Notion doc where things are connected, things are organized well. Notion is really good. I like it because it's very customizable. So here I have my characters here, locations, story structure, world elements. This is for my own organization. Easy to do, pretty simple. I made a decent 8-part plan and I was going to continue it, but I think actually this 8-part plan is a full story by itself. It could potentially be just the whole book by itself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a detailed plan for the 8 parts and then see where to go from there. Another reason why I want to do a detailed plan for these 8 parts that I've done a summary plan for before moving on is because we're focused on a settlement with 79 characters, lots of moving pieces. I want it to feel like a lived-in settlement, so people have their own stories going along with my POV characters, things are happening. So there are a lot of moving pieces and they're all in the same location. So that means things have to line up chapter to chapter. I think it would be a cool idea to have maybe a chapter is focused on one particular character going through a certain thing, but you see the other characters going through their own things, but it's in the background, so it's not focused. So you're kind of seeing multiple storylines push forward at the same time. There's a lot of potential for it to be really cool. But there are a lot of moving parts, a lot of characters, and I want to get this detailed plan out so I can develop all the characters I need to before I even think about moving on. And after thinking that, I realized this is possibly a good story by itself, so I can do the detailed planning and possibly start writing the first draft. We will see. However, I do a lot of my thinking about stories in general when I'm not actually writing. It's when I'm, laying in bed at night, or I'm just chilling, I'm watching a show, I'm just going for a walk, going to the shop, whatever. That's when my mind goes and I develop the ideas. And yesterday I realized that my leadership is over-engineered for the type of settlement this is. There's 79 people and I had like 10 people in leadership, which is so big. I think I'm going to change it. So there is one leader, possibly the title of the entity, and it will probably be Arjunin's father. Then there are 4 ministers underneath. I'm calling them ministers because I like it. It will be the Minister of Food, and that will be the person who manages the farmers, the hunters, and the chefs, and make sure everyone is good. Maybe even the water. And maybe not the water, because that would be underneath something else. Yeah, then you have the Minister of Production. I think production, that name is subject to change, but that will be the person who's in charge of construction and maintenance. So building buildings and the fences, the walls, keeping everything good. Plus all the crafts people, so the tool makers and things like that. That person will manage them. Then you have the Minister of Health, who will manage everything to do with health. That will be physical and mental health. So that will be the person who manages the medics like Dania. Maybe they will deal with like water and water sanitation and things like that. They'll make sure everything is clean. They'll be there for people to talk to about their emotions, things like that. And then there's the Minister of Security, who is in charge of the scouts, the guards in the settlement and on the walls, and internal protection if there's a crime, looking into that, etc. And I think that will be Arjunin. Previously there was like a Minister of Justice, then a warden. Forget that. He's probably gonna be Minister of Security himself, and he'll have the guards underneath him, he'll have the scouts and whatnot. Arjunin will probably be a new Minister of Justice, so part of his arc can be proving himself to the other people in the settlement that he just wasn't promoted because his father is the leader, but he actually deserves to be Minister of Security. I think that works, especially for what he does during the story. So I just need to change. I've thought about this, but I haven't changed it in the Notion yet. So I just need to do that. Okay, I've updated my Notion page enough. It's going to be an ongoing process, but I think now it's time to do the detailed plan. I'm going to turn the summary plan into a detailed plan. And this is where it's going to get very interesting. The detailed plan is when I work out a lot, not all, but a lot of the story chinks, you know, how things work, how things would work logically, make sure there are no plot holes, things like that. This is going to be exciting. And the first thing I need to figure out which character gets the first chapter of the story. So I've done the detailed plan for the first chapter-ish of Arjunin. That's good, that's a good session today. I organized my world building, got started on the detailed plan. We're moving. We're moving. This is what, day 19, I think? And made a lot of changes at the beginning, built the world, built the characters, built the overall plot. Now we're going full steam ahead. AA Watson out.